Faded New Jersey gambling hub Atlantic City is like a cross between Las Vegas and Blackpool, United Kingdom.
No, it's not.
At night, the streets just behind the main oceanfront boardwalk are war zone, locals say.
You would pull up to a red light, waiting to go into the casino park.
There were guys with shotguns robbing people at the red lights.
Even as kids are on their way to school in the mornings, there's open warfare in the alleyways.
There's a lot of homeless people.
Behind the city's famed boardwalk, an Atlantic City resident said,
There's gangs.
You cross over Atlantic Avenue, you don't want to be over there.
Literally 2 blocks over.
It's a whole different world over there.
It's dangerous if you look. People are going to see weakness in everybody.
and they're going to take advantage of that.
It's like you're in the middle of
Actually, these are quotes from an article published in the Mirror on June 27th, 2024.
We are Coastal Cousins Heritage Gardens, and we have a lot to say about this.
Here, let's get the facts straight.
The basic mission of Coastal Cousins is to have people understand the confluence, the marriage, the connection between cultural heritage. I already talked about African American heritage and the deeply painful roots of that, which I'm not going to refuse to talk about because it's important, along with the cultural roots of every other group that has come to these shores, whether by force or by need or by desire.
Could you explain what we do here as a group and going through our weekly schedule?
The schedule has been organic and it's fleshing out even as we're doing it. But I try to be ready each week with the iteration of what the new week's bringing. That's very much different than how I saw it 2 months ago.
From Monday through Thursdays, for 5 out of the 7 weeks of our program, we traveled to several gardens throughout Atlantic City and one in Pleasantville. We visited Hydrangea Trail Garden at Cardinal Restaurant. We visited the Hamilton First United Methodist Church Garden, which is part of our garden, a garden created by our friend and partner, Damon Smith. For Chicken Bone Beach, the parking lot shrubs, there were 40 of them, and we had to water them the old-fashioned way. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we took care of the Our Lady Star of the Sea Peace Garden, which Coastal Cousins, Crops, and Our Lady Star of the Sea School partnered in recreating. On Wednesdays, our schedule included the Our Community Garden, as I said, in Pleasantville, and Fisherman's Park Garden over there in Gardner's Basin. Our afternoons were totally dedicated to how to tell story through digital media. We went through all phases of setting up interviews, practicing interviews, actually scheduling and conducting interviews both within our studio that we built and out on the street, post-production theory, organizing, scheduling, and equipment, and finally resulting in the product you are watching at this very moment.
Atlantic City began to decline in the 1950s as air travel made places like Florida and the Caribbean more accessible. By the 1960s, the city faced major economic and social issues.
What would you say are some glaring issues of Atlantic City?
Access to healthier options around.
We're lucky that we have that Acme. That's big. But Atlantic City doesn't have that.
Look, I live here. The residents of Atlantic City isn't buying it unless it's a major name brand like ShotRite. She said the residents of Atlantic City deserves a ShotRite. We went into a negotiation with ShotRite. The deal fell through. We had a big press conference with the governor and everyone coming down announcing that, the food desert is coming to an end. And unfortunately, it didn't work. You got it, COVID, was involved as well. The rising cost of price, we gave them a subsidy of $18 million. At the end of the day, they wanted 36. Can't do that.
The problems that we have discussed cannot be fixed overnight. There have to be some changes in how we do things moving forward to improve the city we know and love. Between the garden work and spreading awareness, we can do just that. Dr. Lila June Johnston, an Indigenous author, scholar, and activist of the Diné people, suggests things like tapping into pre-existing natural systems along with using indigenous techniques to elevate and benefit our soil for our future in agriculture. The people in Atlantic City expressed the same sentiment in wanting to make their home a better place for them and their families to live. They were asked the question, how do you view the future of Atlantic City?
I think with all the outreach of all the CRDA and people like you guys, I think it is starting to get up again. And I think when you drive around the city, I think people are trying. So I can't say it's going down.
Come to the school, show them some vegetables. You know, whatever you guys are doing, if you came to our school, it's a church school.
New Jersey and Baltimore.
Yeah.
Come here and show them what y'all do. Okay. Y'all maybe might want to bring a little bit of y'all vegetables for the kids so they can try it. It's an open door for you guys.
I think there's too many people who are dedicated to make it good. I mean, you should see every day that the people who work there want to make it great. They just do.
Despite all the issues, I do feel a strong sense of community, and I see a lot more aid and help coming in.
When I think of the future of Atlantic City, I see a group of inspired young people, as well as people from all walks of life, trying to bring about change. We should take what all of our interview subjects have been saying into consideration. Local residents want to not just make their homes better, but in doing so, impact the rest of the world. And by doing this, we can educate our children so they too can do the same.